In a world often filled with stories of redemption and forgiveness, the tale of Susan Smith resonates with a haunting intensity that forces us to confront the darkest corners of the human heart. 30 years have passed since that fateful day in 1994 when Smith, a mother of two, made the unfathomable decision to take the lives of her young sons, Michael and Alex. The enormity of her actions left an indelible mark on a community and, indeed, a nation, as the chilling details of her betrayal unfolded in the media, capturing the attention and horror of millions. Now, as she seeks parole, the complexities of her story invite us to explore not only the nature of her crime, but also the emotional aftermath that still reverberates today. For many, the betrayal felt by Susan's sons is too profound to articulate. What drives a mother to commit such an atrocity against her own flesh and blood? The questions loom large, echoing through time, challenging us to grapple with the depths of despair that can lead to such unfathomable choices. The pain of loss is a universal experience, yet the betrayal of a mother's love transforms that pain into something almost unbearable. It is this betrayal that has haunted the families of victims throughout history, and it is this betrayal that Susan Smith must now confront as she stands before the possibility of freedom. As news of her parole hearing spreads, the community is once again faced with the raw emotions of grief, anger, and disbelief. While some may argue that Susan has served her time and deserves a chance at rehabilitation, others remain steadfast in their belief that her actions can never be forgiven. The scars left by her betrayal are not easily healed, and for those who lived through the tragedy, the memories are as fresh today as they were 3 decades ago. The emotional weight of losing a child is a burden that never truly fades, and for many, the thought of Susan Smith walking free is a painful reminder of their loss. In a world where celebrity and influence can often overshadow the stories of ordinary people, the support of prominent figures, such as Taylor Swift, adds another layer of complexity to this narrative. Swift, known for her empathy and advocacy for mental health, represents a generation that seeks to understand rather than condemn. Her involvement in the conversation surrounding Susan's parole could be seen as an attempt to remind us that even those who commit the most heinous acts are still human beings deserving of compassion and understanding. Yet, the juxtaposition of Swift's support against the backdrop of such a tragic betrayal raises questions about the limits of empathy and the extent to which we can, or should, forgive. As Susan stands before the parole board, one cannot help but wonder what remorse, if any, she feels for the irrevocable choices she made so long ago. Has she come to understand the depth of her betrayal? Has she grappled with the reality of her son's absence? Or does she still live in a world colored by self-justification? The answers may never be fully revealed, but the emotional turmoil surrounding her case is palpable. It serves as a stark reminder of the fragility of life, the complexities of mental health, and the often hidden struggles that can lead a person down a dark path. In the wake of her actions, the narrative of Susan Smith has been shaped not only by the tragedy itself, but also by the media's portrayal of her story. The sensationalism surrounding her trial and the subsequent years of incarceration have transformed her into a symbol of ultimate betrayal. Yet, beneath the headlines lies a mother who, in her darkest moments, lost sight of the love and protection that should have defined her role. It is this tragic duality that compels us to reflect on the broader implications of her actions and the societal factors that contribute to such devastating outcomes. As we consider Susan Smith's quest for parole, we are faced with the uncomfortable reality that forgiveness is a deeply personal journey. For the families affected by her actions, the scars of betrayal run deep, and the prospect of her release may feel like an affront to the memory of the lives lost. For others, the possibility of redemption offers a glimmer of hope that even the most broken among us can find a way back to the light. Ultimately, the story of Susan Smith is a complex tapestry woven from threads of love, loss, betrayal, and the search for understanding. It challenges us to confront our perceptions of justice and mercy, urging us to reflect on our own capacity for compassion. As she seeks parole, we are reminded that every story is multifaceted, and within the shadows of betrayal, there exists the potential for healing, both for the perpetrator and the victims left in the wake of unimaginable pain. It is a delicate balance, one that tugs at the heartstrings and reminds us of our shared humanity, even in the face of ultimate betrayal.